Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please do subscribe down below. My name is Adeola and I upload videos about Africa, the black community and growing as a whole. So if you're interested in videos on those topics, please do subscribe down below and join our community. So today's video is going to be another facts about an African countries video, and I am talking about none other than Eswatini. So let's get into some general facts about this country first, but before I do that I want to say please do go check out my website AdeolaSpeaks.com if you're interested in learning about different African countries. We provide a plethora of free information about the different African countries alongside travel stories to these countries where we share tips, the attractions to see, things like that. So we also have a shop as well where you can purchase items like these earrings which are handmade in Africa, and we have a lot of handmade African accessories, and when you purchase through us, 40% of the profits go back to the person who made it. So please do go and check out our website AdeolaSpeaks.com if you're interested in learning more about Africa, or if you're interested in going to our shop and buying some of our accessories. So let's get into Eswatini. Do also make sure that you check out our socials as well, AdeAfrica_ for our Instagram and AdeAfrica Travel for our Facebook and Twitter pages. We host a lot of different information about the different ethnic groups in Africa, so if you're interested in learning more about those as well, please do go check out our website. Do go check out our socials. Eswatini was formerly known as Swaziland. They changed their name in 2018, and this was because Swaziland was the name the British gave to them, and they didn't want their colonial name anymore. So after 50 years of independence, they decided to change their name. Eswatini is Africa's only existing monarchy, and it is also a diarchy. Now, what is a diarchy? Well, a diarchy is where there are two royal rulers and they are equally as powerful. So in Eswatini, it's the king, who's also known as the lion, and then there's his mother, the queen mother, who also rules alongside of him, and they have both equal say in the decision in the country. There is no formal parties in the country, so pretty much all the rules are made by these two people in the country. The country is a landlocked country in the southern of Africa, and it's bordered by South Africa and Mozambique. The country has two capitals, Mbambe, which is the actual administrative capital, and Lubamba. The country is a tiny country in Africa and is often overlooked, but the country is actually home to over 17 different national parks and national reserves. The currency used is the Swazi Lilageni is the Swazi Lilageni. I hope I said that correctly. Fun fact, Eswatini is actually home to the oldest mountain in the world. This mountain is called the Malola Tidra Nature Reserve. Okay, future me here, because I realized that my camera didn't record everything. How frustrating. So I just didn't want these gems and these facts about Eswatini to go away, so I just wanted to share with you some of the other facts that are missing. So the Malola Tidra Nature Reserve is over 3.6 billion years old. Can you believe that? Eswatini is the second smallest African country if you're counting the mainland countries, and if you include the islands, then it is the 7th smallest. The official language is Swazi or Siswazi, and the people are also called Swazi. So Swazi people speak Swazi. The total population is about 1.3 million people. Kings here are known for their polygamous ways, or polygamy is permitted in the country, and the current king actually has 17 wives and 23 children. Yeah, the children of the royal family are easily noticeable as they wear the red feathers in their hair, which are from a lure bird. Only people in the royal family can wear these feathers. So, as I mentioned, the king is polygamous, and he's actually, the amount of wives he has doesn't reflect the amount of women he can be with. So what do I mean by this? So the king is permitted to have as many brides as possible, and until they actually get pregnant for him, proving that they are worthy to carry his children, or that they can carry his children, then they can become wives. So he can have as many brides as he wants. Damn. So now let's go back to the Paschal-Amni. Umhlanga, which is a popular ceremony here, also known as the reed ceremony, is still celebrated. And basically it's when young girls of the Swazi and Zulu tribe parade themselves in front of the king and the king's mother, the queen mother, who in these ceremonies the king is also permitted to find a wife, find a new bride in them, and pick one of the girls out. It has caused a lot of controversy as girls as young as 11 are partaking in the ceremony, and they're often bare-chested, and yeah, so it's very problematic for me in that sense. But the ceremony is a cultural and traditional one, which is supposed to symbolize chastity, virginity and purity. The women are also they notably carry some bamboo sticks with them, and this is to show their willingness and commitment to fixing the houses, the king and the royal family. So if you don't know, the houses are traditionally of the hut nature, and they use these sticks that the women carry in their ceremony to build and fix their houses. It's said that recently the king, this ceremony is just carried out for cultural preservation, and the king doesn't really pick a wife and things like that from it, but still, let me not say anything anyway. So yes, so next fact. So interestingly enough, tourism is actually the country's main source of revenue. As I mentioned before, they have an abundance of wildlife in the country, and this attracts a lot of people to the country. They have over 17 different national parks and reserves, and these protected areas are home to over 120 different mammals, including the big five. They're home to 500 different birds and 120 different reptiles and amphibians. The country cares so much about its wildlife that actually it's legal to kill people suspected of poaching. So poaching is a big problem in a lot of different African countries. I've mentioned this in some of my videos about endangered, I've mentioned this in some of my blogs about endangered animals in Africa. If you'd like to read those, please do go to my website AdeolaSpeaks.com. I've spoken quite a bit about endangered animals in Africa, so you can go and read that. But actually in this in Eswatini, it's actually legal and permitted for game rangers, people who work in these protected areas, to actually shoot anyone and kill anyone who they deem is trying to poach these animals, and and no court system is needed. Like, no one, who gonna check them? No one's gonna check them. So yeah, that's an interesting fact about the country. The next fact is Eswatini was actually home to the longest reigning monarch. This was King Zayed II. Now, King Zayed II ruled for 82 years and 254 days. Came into power when he was just 4 months old, after his father died, and his grandmother and uncle actually took the throne for him until he came of age. He is said to have had over 70, yes, 70 wives and over 200 children and over 1,000 grandchildren. Wow, that one is just a wow, it's just a maza. Imagine being in that kind of neighborhood or that kind of house. You couldn't even all fit in the house. You literally need a whole neighborhood delegated to just the family. Eswatini actually means in Swazi, land of the Swazi. Eswatini is home to Royal National Park, which actually has the world's largest population of nesting vultures. The national animal of this country is the Thompson gazelle. Ngwenya mine, which is located in the Malola Tidjwa region, is actually the oldest mine in the world. Eswatini is the 4th largest sugar producer in Africa. 83% of the country's population are actually Christians, but similarly to other African countries like Benin, indigenous practices and beliefs are still practiced, and they're kind of intertwined with their Christianity. So it's like a new form of Christianity as opposed to other forms of Christianity. So they're one of the only countries in the world where black and white rhinos can be found. Now, I've mentioned before that some animals are endangered, and the black rhino is actually endangered and the white rhino is classified as critically endangered. So they care a lot about their nature reserves, which they should. And I've mentioned, I've talked about rhinos before in some blogs as well, so if you'd like to check out my website AdeolaSpeaks.com and read those articles about the critically endangered animals in Africa and how you can help save them as well. So contrary to their small size, I have said that they garner a lot of tourism and attention, and actually they hold some of the world's biggest festivals. Yes, this tiny country holds some of the world's biggest festivals. Some of them include the Inkwala Festival, the Marola Festival, and the MTN Bushfire Festival, and so much more. They have they're world renowned for their festivals, with international DJs from all over the world coming to play, and dancing is an integral part of the country's culture as well. So if you're looking to have a good old party time, feel free to pop over to Eswatini, see what I want in the country, and you're sure to have a good time. So cows are actually a symbol of wealth in this country. Cows can cost up to £500 each, and if you are looking to marry one of the princesses, one of the multiple princesses, you could be looking at up to 300 cows. So 3 times 500, that's £1,500, when the median salary in the country is actually equivalent to £215. So you can see it means a lot to own cows in this country. Another interesting fact about this country is actually women aren't allowed to eat cow meat here. It's said that if a woman eats the brains of a cow, she'll become intelligent, and if she eats the tongue of a cow, she'll end up talking back to her husband, and if she eats the feet of cows, that she'd end up running away. This is similarly to why they say also in Eswatini that men shouldn't buy their wives' shoes because she'll run away. I don't think that's how biology works. I think if you have feet, you can run at any time. If you have a tongue, you can talk. But hey, I guess when it comes to their traditions and cultures, some of them are still very dated. So those are the interesting facts I have about Eswatini. I hope you've enjoyed them. I hope you learned some facts about the country. If you'd like to know more about the country or more about any African country, please do go to my website AdeolaSpeaks.com, and if you'd also like to just follow us on our socials for more exclusive content about the different African countries, tribes, traditions, attractions, do go to our social media pages and give them a follow. That's AdeAfrica_ for our Instagram, and AdeAfrica Travel for our Facebook and Twitter pages. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked it. Please do let me know any facts you may have about Eswatini as well down below, and please do like, share, subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.